What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Corey with Freaky Tall Reviews, where we do short reviews for tall people. Today, we're gonna be going over an awesome fidget toy that I found that works great with big hands. So let's get started. Okay, so you might have noticed a different background. I'm currently working on a new studio setup, and so this is a temporary space that I tried to make it look as good as possible. But I'm very excited for what's in store for the future of Freaky Tall Reviews, because we just passed up a year that the channel has been active, and we're moving on to bigger and better things. I wanted to do today's video because I'm always fidgeting with things with my hands. But a lot of times, the fidget toys that you see on the current market just aren't a good fit for big hands because they're way too small. So a few years ago, right when they were starting to blow up, I did get one of the original fidget cubes. It has 9 different sides, and it's been really great to mess with, and it does all kinds of different things, but I've actually worn this thing out. The switch right here doesn't even work anymore. The spinny disc I've worn off, and several of these buttons right here don't work either. So I've definitely put the time in on one of these, and it's held up pretty well, but it's time for an upgrade, and that's why we're here today. I did a little bit of searching, and I actually came across this on Amazon. Let's open it up for you. This thing is a 12-sided Dodecagon. It has over 10,000 reviews on Amazon, and it averages 4.5 stars. The best thing about it is it only comes in at $9. There's several different color options that you can get, but of course I went with the Freaky Tall channel colors. My main concern with ordering this was how is the quality. The actual name brand Fidget Cube has been pretty great. The plastic is very thick, but I have worn it down over time. So I was curious on this, how is it actually gonna hold up? As you can see right off the bat, the sizing is considerable. The original Fidget Cube is quite a bit smaller in comparison to this, and this actually fits in a big hand pretty well. From the tip of my thumb to the tip of my pinky, I have 10.5-inch hands, and from the base of my palm to the tip of my middle finger, they're 9 inches. So I definitely understand big hand problems. This toy fits in the hand a lot better, and it actually feels like I'm holding on to something decently sized. I would say it's about the size of a plum, whereas this is probably more of the size of like a walnut. This Dodecagon, as you can see, has 12 different sides of all kinds of nifty little things. It's got smooth and rough textures to feel on. It's got these 3 little ball things, I'm not sure what they are, but then it's also got this big one that presses down. It has a joystick, of course. It has an on-off switch, which was one of my favorites. It has these little rotating pieces here, and then also these clicky buttons. It also has this right here, which I mean, I don't really know what that's for, but I find myself actually using it quite a bit, so I guess it's doing its job. My favorite 2 areas, one is gonna be this spinning disc that also clicks, and then right on the other side of that is almost like, it's like a bubble popper. Like if you're popping plastic wrap, that's what that reminds me of. So I really like what it brings to the table, and it gives my hands a ton to focus on. And I use this all day long whenever I'm working because it helps keep my brain engaged with whatever I'm doing at work. Now, what I will say about this, it is definitely not as thick of plastic as the original Fidget Cube. I can tell from holding this thing that it is gonna wear out over time, and it all depends on how rough you are with it and how much you actually use it. I don't know if you're gonna get a ton of life out of it, so we'll have to see kind of how it holds up, but I do really like the feel of it, and I do think that it's actually worth the money. It's definitely kind of large as well, so it's not as easy to throw in a backpack and travel around with you, but this is great for keeping at your home office or your work office in a drawer somewhere. So while the quality could be better with this 12-sided Dodecagon, I do still think that it's worth it, so it definitely gets the Freaky Tall stamp of approval. So thank you so much everybody for joining, and I really appreciate you swinging by the channel today. If you haven't already, I would love if you would consider taking a second to subscribe to the channel, clicking the like button, and also the little notification icon so that you see when I come out with a new video. If you're interested in following me outside of the channel, I also have an Instagram and a Twitter. There I'll release behind the scenes footage and also other updates related to the channel, and it's another way for me to engage with my audience. Also, I'm currently saving up through Patreon to find what are the 3 best gaming mice for really large hands. So if you want to support that cause and help me save towards that goal, be sure to check out Patreon as well. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, and I thank you so much for your time. Again, I'm Corey with Freaky Tall Reviews. We'll see you next time.